No lying, no hiding. Okay, this is literally what I did to get my first paying customer. Hi guys, I literally went for lunch and came back. I'm ready to talk for another hour. Today we are going to be covering part 2 of our how I started my home-based nail business video. And in part 1, I covered how and why I got into nails and also the first few things that you definitely need to do before you even start your business. Today we are moving on to the next step, which is starting the business with whatever that you have. Similarly, it's gonna be a very content heavy and information heavy video, similar to the previous one as well. So if you guys are looking for timestamps to see what subject I'm on, feel free to go down to the description box down below to find out each subject and each timestamp. Click on it and you will be teleported right to where you want to be. So today's video is a lot about how I got my first ever paying customer that isn't a friend. In part 3 will be a lot about how to keep them coming back and to keep this sustainable across a long period of time. So the first topic that we need to cover would be your platform. So your brand platform, your content platform, whatever platform. So similar to any brand on the market, they do have like a website, they do have like their social media platforms and all of that. For a nail business, it's slightly different. So for me, my choice of content platform would be just Instagram. And at this point in time, I'm only functioning on Instagram and I don't function anywhere else. I don't get bookings from anywhere else. Instagram is my only platform. And because of that, it's so important to do it well. The first thing that they look out for is actually quality of work, and this covers a lot of things. Under the quality of work, they look at technical skills. They see how well you paint nails and how, I guess, clean and neat and tidy your nail work is. And of course, that comes with experience, comes with practice and all that, which I will cover in part 3. And secondly, your design, whether your design actually fits theirs at the same time, what they are looking for, and whether any of the work that you have done is something that they might be looking to do. But honestly, even for myself, doing this for a year, I don't think I have found my specific style that is suited for me only. And at the same time, I also wouldn't restrict myself to only do like my style, because people's styles change, and even for myself as well, my style of manicures that I like also change. There are people who like a lot of things on their nail, a lot of things, and there are the other side of people which they like simple designs. So they don't like plain nails, but they like simple designs that makes sense and that are aesthetically pleasing, perhaps. Like maybe it's like a minimalist nail design or something, which I am more into. So I'm not into like the super heavy embellishment nail, which I'm glad most of my customers don't follow through with that as well. As much as finding your own style is important, a lot of customers come in with their phone screens and they already have inspiration pictures that they want you to see and they want you to recreate. With Instagram and all that, there's so many new designs out there. I prefer to give my customers the preference of choosing what they want, and then after that, when they come in with a picture, what I do is to translate it slightly to what I would like. I don't force my customers and I don't tell my customers, no, I'm not going to do this kind of design. So honestly, I think it's also an experience point for me at this point in time to try out more designs and to practice more designs as well. So it's definitely going to help me become a better nail artist as well. So yeah. The third thing they're looking for is social proof. By social proof, it just means how trustworthy you can be at that moment in time without any contact with the customer itself. So this can come in the form of testimonials, it can come in the form of your customers re-sharing your stories, it can be your customers sharing their own stories about the nail manicure that they had, how many set of nails have you done. So this social proof is really very important. It works similar to reviews. Similar to you, when you're buying something online, you will look for reviews to see how the work is, whether the work is satisfactory, whether the product is good, and whether there's any defects and all that. So this makes you feel better about booking an appointment, and it makes you feel more assured, and it makes you feel more trusting to this person as well. And especially because you are a home-based nail salon, it's even more important on that front to make sure that your social proof is strong, to ensure that people actually really make a booking with you. So this brings me to my next point, which is branding and personality. It's very important for you to be consistent on your content platform. So it's very important for you to find out what is that consistency that you want to have on your branding platform, and that branding has to also differentiate from your competitors itself. So the treatment of my photos generically are a consistent treatment. I always put it on a white background, and I always make sure that I treat the photos and I edit the photos so that the colors pop as well. I always ensure consistency across all my Instagram photos, and even on the highlights itself, I always follow a certain consistency. On the captions and copies of my posts as well, I always try to put my personality into it. I always try to put my feelings and how I really feel and get excited about my own nail designs, which I really do, by the way. Really list it out there and let people feel what I'm feeling through words. So on my stories, I always put my memoji to showcase like how I feel about that particular design. Especially for those people who have done nails for me, they have seen how I look like and they know like my character, and they can relate to how I'm feeling at that moment. And really through your Instagram itself, your customers can tell what kind of person you are, whether you are a fun person, whether you are a casual person, whether you are a formal person or whatsoever. Just be really genuine and show yourself, express yourself on the captions and your content pieces as well. On all my content as well, I definitely will put a location tag, and that is very important because you are a home-based nail salon. Similarly, like what I shared in my first video, there is no way for people to know about you unless you put yourself out there. Be sure to always put a location tag so that people who are near you or people who are looking for nail services around that area will definitely be able to find you. So the next thing that people are looking for after they are ready to book an appointment with you is your pricing. So pricing and all the other important information needs to be readily available for your customers to review as well, so that it helps you close the deal. I do have a price list on Instagram stories highlights, which I put as a permanent highlights album so that they can always refer to it at any point in time. At the same time, any important information I also list it there as well, especially during now when it's COVID, what kind of COVID measures that you need the customer to take note of. This is one place that they will find all the important information that they need to book a booking. Your content platform like Instagram or website or whatever is literally your foundation of your business, and you cannot go wrong on that front. This has to be really strong so that you can start building things on top of it. So the next thing would be building your portfolio, and that is so important, guys. At the start, you will definitely be doing a lot of your friends' nails, a lot of your family's nails, a lot of your auntie's nails. Be sure to always take photos of them and make sure that your photo taking is good, because don't take rubbish photos and put it on Instagram. Nobody does that kind of photos anymore, okay? Nobody. Especially when this is your work and this is going to be representative of what you are going to give to your customers. If you are going to be slipshod about your photos, your customers will think that your work and your quality of work is going to be bad as well. So be sure to take nice photos. If you guys are interested in photo taking, you guys can comment down below as well. But yeah, good photos are everything. Other than taking good photos, you do have to practice on a lot of your friends as well, so that you have that bank of assets that you can post on your Instagram or your content platform, whatever. When you are doing for your friends and your families, you need to showcase a variety of different designs. You need to be able to showcase your technical skills as well. I would say post at least 9 of them so that you have like a full feed before you start trying to get customers, because I feel like that would actually help drive that first customer a lot more. At the initial stage of your business, to always have new hand models, more friends, more family to do nails with you. so that you can build that portfolio even more as well, even when you are starting to get in paying customers at the same time. One more thing that you must do is your customer experience. Customer service is very, very important from the start all the way to the end. Your customer experience does not start when the customer sits down on your nail chair. It does not start there. It starts from when they first contact you to book a booking. It really helps to help you close the deal faster by being polite, by providing the information that they need, by providing recommendations if they do need to. All this really helps to make them feel at ease with you. It also showcases the quality of work that you as a person delivers as well. Even more importantly, during that booking session, when they sit down on your nail chair, that is also a very, 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 very important place that you have to fulfill as a customer service officer as well. Yeah. More than often, people come to do nails similarly like a facial, like a spa. They want to relax, they don't want to feel stressed out. People come here looking for a non-qualified therapist. They are looking for a listening ear. Sitting here is where I find out most about people's crazy stories, people's vulnerabilities, people's sadness, people's happiness as well. So you do have to be able to showcase your personality and see whether that person is vibing with you and see whether the person is able to connect and communicate with you as well. So I always initiate the conversation, because if I'm not gonna break the ice, who will? You know, they are paying for me to do the nail service. That first sentence that they reply you should be able to tell what kind of person that they are looking for. Whether they are looking for somebody just to do their nails, they are not looking for a listening ear, and that means you have to shut up right now, or they are looking for somebody who is talkative and somebody who can communicate with them and engage in a conversation. That's also something that you need to identify. It's always a one-to-one conversation and there's nobody else around. I want to make it a point to let you know that they are not looking for a solution from you. They are just looking for somebody to listen to their story and empathize with them, and that is also one of the key skills that you need to have when you are doing a service with your customer as well. That really helps to shape that whole nail service to be a much better one. So one more important thing that you definitely need to do to get your first customer is also on your education. I don't have a degree in like nail manicurist, nail technician-ish degree. So if you want to work for one of those salons, they are looking for a degree. But for myself, since I'm working on my own home-based nail salon, I didn't see the need to go for a course that's so expensive and takes up so much time as well. That's why I decided to go the self-taught way, and yeah, you have no idea how many hours I've spent on YouTube watching nail videos, nail tutorials, professional nail videos, and even on Instagram as well. My whole feed is just nails, 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 nails. And I just wanted to say that education is really very, very, very important. Especially as a self-taught nail tech, sometimes I do feel like I'm not confident at certain stuff. I remember during the middle of the year, my wrist started to hurt a little bit because I was filing, and when you're filing and when you're buffing, you're always using your wrist, right? Even when you're cuticle pushing as well, you're also using your wrist. And that was when my wrist started to hurt. At that point in time, I really wanted to try to use an e-file. So an e-file is this thing right here, and what this does is basically a nail drill. I know drill sounds scary, but it's honestly not. This e-file was super intimidating for me, and even after I bought it and I tried it on myself after watching a ton of YouTube videos, it honestly didn't help to boost my confidence that much. So that was when I decided to go for an e-file course, and that was one of the best investments that I had in my life, because after that class, I felt so much more confident to use any of these tools, and the e-file really helps with so much things. It helps you remove gel faster, it helps you to clean up the cuticles faster as well. It does not hurt the wrist, and it honestly relieves so much tension on my wrist as well, which is great. So my point is, if you are not feeling confident in something and you feel like there's definitely improvements that you can do on that front, go for a class. And one of the good things about going for classes is that you are able to see the class and see how the teacher does a certain thing, in all angles, which is very important because our nail is not flat like paper, right? It's like curved in this way. When you're watching YouTube or when you're watching a phone screen or whatever, they only show you one angle, which normally is a top-down angle, but it doesn't show you how to go on the side walls of your nail. The side walls sometimes are the most difficult portions to deal with. So on education, there are a few things that are non-negotiable, okay? Number one, safety. I'm not even gonna say basic skills first, but I'm gonna say safety first. Safety meaning how you clean your tools, how you desanitize, how you disinfect, how you clean and wash your tools. This is so important and this is non-negotiable, okay? You have no idea how much trouble you might get into if you don't do this well. On safety, this is easily found on Google. Be sure to clean your tools. This is non-negotiable. Yeah. Next would be basic skills. So basic skills like cuticle pushing, cuticle nipping, this can all be found on YouTube as well. Find those professional nail artist ones rather than the DIY YouTubers. So those will be much more accurate and much more detailed, and the placement would be also very, very important as well. And the professional YouTubers will definitely be able to share those kind of details with you. So that really helps to clean up your cuticles. At the same time, it makes sure that your work is also very clean and tidy as well. So on this front, even now, I'm still learning. I'm still going for like specific courses. You do have to practice in order for your skills to come into effect. You have to hone those skills after getting the technical knowledge in your head. Next would be on design. I honestly feel like design skills are quite logical and it's quite commonsensical. I don't feel like you really need to go for a class. I honestly feel like YouTube and Instagram videos are enough. Of course, if you are going for something that is super complex and super technical in terms of design wise, I do feel like a workshop might work. But for myself, I don't go into complex designs that much, and therefore I personally feel like my YouTube and Instagram design videos are more than sufficient. So I'm always upgrading myself on cuticle care. I'm always trying to learn new techniques on that front. On the education front, it's really so important for you to keep going and keep learning and keep growing in the same process over and over again, because there's always room for improvement in your skills, in the service that you can provide to your customers. But especially for things that you are totally not confident in, please go for a course. Don't go straight into your customers' nails feeling not confident, because your customers will be able to feel it and they are not going to come back ever again. So always have a certain budget that you have reinvested into yourself and your own education, so that you can in the future charge more for your service as well. So that was another long video. That is part 2 of this video. So with all these points that I've just made, it should easily give you your first customer. But if you are finding it hard to get your first customer, there might honestly be something wrong. You might want to look into your pricing. It might be too expensive. Maybe you might consider putting a promotion in. It can also be your branding as well, whether you are doing a good job on your content platform, whether it's easy for somebody to make a booking with you, whether a customer can get all the information that she or he needs from you, whether you are giving good customer service. So make sure that all these points are met and you should be able to get your first customer. So this is the end of part 2 of how I got my first ever customer for my home-based nail salon. Part 3 of this series, I'll be covering how I scaled the business up so that I can have a sustainable business right now. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to comment down below and let me know, especially if I missed out anything. Feel free to comment down below. I will definitely answer them. So that is all for today's video, and if you like this video, please like it and subscribe down below as usual. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!